Oh, that's me shaking my legs. Yep, that's me shaking my legs. G'day everyone. How you going? I thought I'd come and speak with you. I thought I'd come and speak at you. There's no way that I'm going to be able to work this shit out because I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, some people are really clever with their live feeds. They can, like, read comments and answer them and do all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know what kind of technology they're using, but I've never been made aware of it. So all I can do is just click the button, click the button marked idiot and see what pops up, to quote Max Headroom. And no, was it Kenny Everett? Could have been Kenny Everett. Anyway, hi. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. Is that the right word? It's probably not the right expression. I'm just going to dribble shit, and if you're mad enough to listen, you see this thing on the screen here? This is my Facebook. You like it? Yeah. It's the old Facebook because I've got all the bullshit loaded. I haven't bothered centering anything on the screen. I haven't bothered setting this up. I'm just streaming. I wanted to make a post about this. What's on the screen at the moment, the $30 million security contract for 90 days work based on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, equates to a total of 2160 hours of work. And from reports, the Hotel Plaza needed 10 guards, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Costs 2.7 million, profit of 27 million. Oh look, TR's just liked my thingy. It's just popped up there. The TR liked my thingy. Hi TR. How you going, man? You're in the past. Everything that I'm saying now is in your future. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah. So this is our reality, people. These contracts that are being awarded to these companies. This has been our reality for what, 50 years, maybe? Ah, shit. This has been our reality for like 50 years or maybe more. Definitely been my reality for the last 50 years. I've been watching these contracts being awarded to old mates. Millions of dollars. They never have to explain anything. The Liberals have decided to highlight this fact that this contract is bodgy, and Liberal supporters this is obviously the Daniel Andrews contract that they're talking about here. Alright, so let's pick on Dan. Alright, but let's talk about some of the other contracts. Let's talk about the let's talk about border force contracts. Let's talk about this unknown company in South Australia in the middle of a desert that were awarded some multi-million-dollar contract to run our offshore detention centres that had never run one in the past. Had not a clue what to do. Let's analyse that one and work out how much money was wasted there, shall we? I mean, come on. Doesn't this shit make you angry? Yet? This is why we can't have nice things. This is why they tell us that we can't afford anything, because they're robbing us blind all the time. And giving it to their old mates. Anyway, that's what this stream's about. I just thought I could do this for hours, I could just stream away and, invite the stream and into my life and just go open microphone and record forevermore and just constantly stream to the world what my views on everything are. How's that? Would that be good? I think that would be great. I think there's a limit. on how long you're allowed to stream for. I think it's about 4 hours or some shit. I'm not sure. There's some kind of weird thing going on, like if it's longer than 4 hours, then it won't be seen by anyone unless they're actually watching it live or some bullshit. I don't know. I can't work it out. It's all too much shit for me. The terms of service are likely to change at any moment in time. So what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? I'll get told when I break the law. You know. You get to pull it down and then put up a retraction. You say, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I got that completely wrong. Sorry. Except you don't say that as loud as, as when you're making the initial incorrect claims, of course. So there you go. Will I keep talking? Will I dribble? Will I just keep dribbling? I wish I had some way of getting feedback. This is probably the concept of having people that you can get feedback from when you're streaming. Yeah, I get it. Maybe I should move the screen around. Maybe that would give me something else to talk about. Hey, what a good idea. Here's my Facebook. People, what do you reckon? Is it good? Let me just fix this screen up for you. Can I do that? Am I good enough to do that? I'm not, Hear me banging my mouse around? Now, if I unlock it and then I click that and then I do like Control and Alt and then I hold this one down and then I... God, this program, eh? And then I do all this kind of bull and then I kind of drag it over there and I kind of resize it a bit. Whoops, that's not right. So I'm holding down Control and I let them go and drag it. Oh, look at that. It's almost like I bought one, isn't it? Except for the fact that it's not actually costing me any money. It's just about like I bought one. So, Stephen, g'day Stephen. Stephen, who's one of my old mates, he's not really, I don't have a clue who the guy is, but he seems to be on the same page as me politically. Stephen says neoliberal capitalism has become totally parasitic. It's destroying the world, driving misery and inequality. Capitalism has failed. Well, yeah, I would tend to agree. Of course, Christopher says, what's the alternative? Are you suggesting dictatorship? And of course he's not. He's probably going to suggest socialism, if I know Stephen. Democratic socialism, I would probably suggest, but I should probably find out of Stephen how he feels on the subject rather than how I think he feels on the subject. What else have we got here? Oh, who cares about sport? Honest to God. Honest to God. Some bullshit about sport. People are still getting sucked in by sports. It's all, my attitude about sports is very simple. It's all sports are a distraction from what's really happening. And while you're all thinking about sports and your teams and all the rest and barracking and spending money on merchandise, you're forgetting the real things that are important in the world. And that, I believe, that's the only reason why governments support sport. It's got nothing to do with international competition. It's got more to do with distracting the plebs from the shit that matters. That's what I reckon. Alright. Alison and I had a bit of a chat about GPs and the fact that it's a bit harder to get any more than about 10 minutes with a GP most of the time now. The Hampton Institute, by any and all international standards, George W. Bush, is a... Look at this shit popping up. Sorry about that. That's my my extensions. I'll try not to make that happen while I'm doing this. By any and all international standards, George W. Bush is a war criminal, as was his father, as is Obama, as is Trump, as are the Clintons, as was Reagan, and so on and so on. the US empire is the most devastating and far-reaching death machine to ever exist on the planet, this planet. A death machine for global capital. What do you think about that? Do you think about that? I think about that. I think about that all the time. I think about the fact that it's not a level playing field out there, and that the US just will do anything that it wants. Anything. Any lying, thieving, any trickery. It doesn't matter what it is, the US will do it. And so will China, and so would Russia, and so would all the nation states. None of them are like a sir. None of them. Right? They don't have any honour. They're knaves. The whole lot of them. They're just corrupt knaves. Alright? The whole lot of them. Because the world wouldn't be the way it is now if they weren't. That's what I reckon. But, you know, people seem to get it all really wrong when it comes to this stuff. All this QAnon bullshit and everything. You know, the whole QAnon thing makes me wonder like hell what the heck's going on. I'm just scrolling my Facebook, and at the moment it's, you know, probably less political than most of the time. Andreas is getting blocked, apparently. What's this? There does seem to be a direct relationship between the political effectiveness of posts being blocked. Good to see the ABC Q&A is going to screen an episode about the use of social media, which includes Australian New Thought Police, the E-Safety Commissioner, this Monday night, or maybe that will be blocked as well. No one has thought about what the real purpose of these social media regulations are. Yeah, well, that's it. Do you recall how we kicked out the Gillard government because Senator, what was his name again? Senator something or other. I want to say it's not Cormann. It's like that though. Anyway, this senator that was involved in our they were going to filter the internet. Remember, they were going to filter the internet. The ALP were going to filter the internet. Yeah, I remember. And there was a hell of a backlash. And I think that's how the Liberals got elected. But they'll never admit that. They'll never admit that that's how the Liberals actually got elected, was because the people didn't want the ALP to filter their internet. Do you remember? I remember. We've come a long way since then, haven't we? A lot more rules and regulations, and a lot more g'day Gwyn. There's a lot more things going on in our little world now, isn't there? A lot more terrorist and bullshit. You understand, of course, that they completely divide us with fear, don't you? They keep rattling the sabres all the time and making people scared. And that's how they control us. And they say, look over here. Look over here. That's the cause of your aggravation. See this little division we're creating here in our society? We're going to create this division, and you need to be scared of them. Okay? And that's how they control the scaredy cats. You know, a few years ago there used to be these no fear stickers, and people put them on their car. They'd say no fear. And nowadays people should be driving around with stickers that just say absolutely shit scared. Because you all are. You're all acting like pussies, scared little pussies. They'll make a little division over here and you'll all point at it and talk about it. instead of talking about why they made that division, you're going to talk about the division itself. You're going to react to it. It's all bullshit. And I've been watching this going on for a long time now. Every time they're in trouble, every time there's some kind of shit goes down that they don't want you to know about, they'll create a new division and they'll set it up and make you talk about it for a week. And then by the time you realise that that was all shit, you'll have forgotten what the destruction was all about. And you do. I do. We all do. We completely forget it. We've got the attention span of a gnat. That's it. Humans are hopeless. Right? We can't remember what they did to us last time they were in power, so we re-elect them again. And then we do it again, and then we do it again. We keep playing the two-party shuffle game, and we kind of just forget what they did to us last time. You know. Anyway, I think I'm going to finish now. I could probably go on and on and on, but I want a coffee. I might come back.